In this video, I'm going to show you how to install the latest version of Strapi CMS, that is version 5.8. And then I'm going to create a new content type. And finally, I'm going to set up and test the Strapi API to access that content. Okay, now let's install Strapi locally. This is npx create Strapi app and the version of Strapi that is latest. And here we need to enter the name of the project. Let's say video library. And I'm going to skip the trial for accessing Strapi Cloud. I'm going to use SQLite. Yes. I'm going to start with an example structure and data. No. I'm going to work with TypeScript. Yes. And I'm going to install dependencies with npm. Yes. Initialize GitHub repository. Yes. Now it's going to install all the dependencies and it's going to create the new application. Okay, the Strapi application has been created. So now let's enter into the project folder. This is video library. From here, we can run the Strapi CMS in development mode so that we can create a new content type and we can set up the API. So this will be npm run develop. And from here, we need to register our admin user. I'm going to complete these fields. I'm going to skip this. And now we are going to start creating our first content type from the content type builder from here. Okay, I'm going to create a new collection type and I'm going to call it video. And Strapi is going to set the API ID automatically. In this case, will be video, all lowercase, and it's going to create the API ID that is basically the plural of video. That is videos. I'm going to click on continue, and I'm going to start adding some fields to this content type. So I'm going to add the title of the video. This will be a short text. I'm going to add another field that will be the description of the video. This will be a long text. I'm going to add a media field where I'm going to store the actual video. So this will be content. It's going to be a single media, just one MP4. And I'm going to also add a relation so I can set the author of the video. So the name of the field in the video content type will be author. And I'm going to click on finish. I'm going to click on save. Strapi is going to restart to apply the changes. And we have our first content type ready. And now we can start creating new video elements. So now let's go to the content manager. I'm going to skip the tour. I'm going to click on video and I'm going to create a new entry here. The title of the video. This is a previous video from the channel. MongoDB triggers. This will be MongoDB triggers description. And I'm going to upload an MP4 in the media library of Strapi. Add new assets, browse files, and I'm going to select the MP4 of the video. I'm going to click on upload, and I'm going to click on finish. And Strapi is going to generate the URL, and we can access it. Yeah. Okay, let's go back. And here I can add the relation with the author of the video. That would be a user, but I don't have a user created, so I'm going to click on save. I'm going to keep this video in draft status or draft state here, and I'm going to create a new user so that later on I can associate that user as the author of the video. So let's create a new user. This will be test@email.com with the password. I need to add a role here that will be public. I'm going to click on save. And now let's go back to the video content type. And I'm going to edit this record. And I'm going to associate that user that we created as the author of the video. I'm going to click on save. And I'm going to click on publish. So here we have our first video published in Strapi CMS. Set up the API so we can access the content through the Strapi API. We need to go to settings, and here we need to go to API tokens. I'm going to create a new API token, and we are going to create an API token with read-only access. So it will be the API token. The token duration will be, let's say, 7 days, and the token type will be read-only. And Strapi will automatically select the different endpoints or different methods that we can access on the video. In this case, those will be the find method and the find one method. I'm going to click on save, and I'm going to grab this token so we can test the API from an external tool. The endpoint to test the API will be localhost 1337/API/videos. This will be a get HTTP request, and I need to add an authorization header, and I need to set the token that I got from the Strapi console as a bearer token. So this is bearer, and I'm going to paste in the token. I'm going to click on send, and we're going to see some of the fields of the content. We get the ID, the document ID, the title, the description, and creation, update, and publish dates. And we also get some metadata here as well. Let's take a look at the content type. We have a title, a description, a content field, and an author field. And if you take a look here, we don't get neither the author nor the content. So the way to make the API to return those fields is by using the populate parameter. So we need to set one parameter for each field. So in this case, we need to pass two parameters. This would be populate, and we need to use an array notation here. So the first one will be the content, and if we click on send, we're going to see that now the data is going to include the metadata of the content. This is basically the video. We have the name of the file here, and some other fields like the caption, width, height, hash, what else? The content type, that is video MP4, and the URL, that is uploads, and the name of the MP4. And we want the API to retrieve the author of the video. We need to append another parameter that will be populate one equals author. I'm going to click on send. And now, as we can see here, the API is also returning the author metadata, the document ID, the username, the email, and the rest of the metadata is standard in Strapi, such as the created at date, the updated at date, and the published date. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.